garage.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be driving our 2021 Audi RS5 up in the hills, do a little POV for you. So this is a 2021. We got ourselves some brand new Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. These are in a 285 width, nice and meaty. We got our Dark Ghost carbon fiber front splitter on here. This car does have a 034 Motorsports Stage 1 tune. Right now we're running on 91 octane, soon to be running on E85 here in a few more days. So let's go ahead and jump in the ride and take it up in the hills. Let's have some fun. We'll talk about the car, tell you about all the things that I really enjoy about it and why I picked an Audi. All right, so first and foremost, people ask me, well, why did I pick Audi? So I've been driving vehicles for, a good 25 years now. Been very into sports cars and supercars. I've done my fair share of racing. Just experienced a whole bunch of different types of cars. And over the course of all those years, one of the things that I grew to realize was how much I really enjoyed German engineering. I mean, just the fit and the finish of everything is really one of the big key factors in making me decide to pick Audi. So Audi and Porsche, as a matter of fact, just in terms of the build quality, from my experience, are very similar. One of the favorite vehicles I've ever owned was a Porsche 911 Carrera S. That was the 991 generation. And really loved that car. It was very confidence inspiring, it was fast, it was sexy. I loved it. So as I was searching for a replacement for my Lexus GS350 daily driver, I had considered a few different vehicles. So the BMW M3, also the M4, and the Mercedes AMG C63. I was into that as well, and I also obviously took a look at Audi. And in shopping and looking at all three of those different brands, I really liked just, again, the fit and the finish and the build quality of everything in the Audi was top notch. You got this, beautiful gloss carbon fiber. We've got Alcantara on the door cards, the Alcantara bits in a couple other places. Also really like the piano black finish. And the MMI itself, this is one of the best I've used. It's very intuitive. It's not cumbersome. One of the things I hated about my Lexus was how difficult it was just to try to use the navigation system. I also like the tunability of it. The fact that it is a 2.9 liter V6 twin turbo gives you lots of options. Also, the Audi community as a whole is full of great folks. Everybody's been, very helpful and willing to share information. And yeah, so the vehicle has been great so far. I've really been enjoying it. Again, this is a 2021. I purchased this about a year and a half ago, and I've put close to 10,000 miles on it so far, and it has been a lot of fun. So hoping to have some good times up here in the hills. And I'm not going to do a whole ton of talking. I'm just going to do a lot of driving. So I hope you guys enjoy watching it. I'm going to go ahead and put the car into RS mode right now. Put it in RS2. So this is all of my most aggressive settings that I have on it. Tire pressures are looking good on this. I like to start them off at 32 PSI. And usually once everything gets like super heated up and such, they usually end up around about 35-ish or so. I really don't like to go more than that. So anyways, so we're coming up on a stop sign here. Might as well start off this this drive with a little bit of a launch. What do you guys say? Oh yes. So when you do launch control and you go through all the proper sequence, you do get the AMAX shifting, which is the most aggressive shift points in the transmission. You definitely feel a difference in those shifts. Hits in the back a little bit harder, and the when it shifts, another clue that it's going in AMAX mode is you don't hear the little fart sounds that the exhaust tends to make in this RS5. But we are going to be doing E85 here shortly, once this tank of gas runs out actually, and then we're going to be switching it over to E85. I ordered a ethanol content sensor, so I'm just waiting for that to be delivered in the mail. And I also have a high pressure fuel pump upgrade coming from 034 Motorsport, so we'll be installing that as well, and that'll allow us to go on to the Stage 1 Plus tune, and we'll get even more horsepower, so I will definitely be looking forward to that. And we've got a still guy. It is quite the nice day for a drive in the country. Also very convenient that I have plenty of rolling hills in my area, which just makes it nice. one thing I've definitely noticed about this car is that it does get warm when you really start pushing it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I think it was getting close to 230, which is pretty toasty. So if we're going to start tracking this car on a regular basis, we'll definitely be looking into maybe one of the Wagner cooling kits or something like that, which I believe are around like $3 or so grand. I do believe it's intercoolers, and I think there is a upgraded radiator and all that other stuff. So that would help out. That the PS4S tires are making a big difference. The Pirelli P0 tires that came on it from the factory, they're okay. They're definitely not as good as a PS4S in my opinion, that's for sure. And I've tracked them both on my 911, and PS4S was definitely better. I've run the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s as well, and I had those on the Z06. Those cars are definitely the best on the track out of all three, although you know, if you've had any experience with those tires, you know that it takes a bit to get them heated up so they're extra grippy, but man, once they're heated up, those things are hooking up like a monster. So love those tires for sure. Definitely not an all-season tire. If you're looking for something to hydroplane on, then those would be a good choice. But the PS4S tire from Michelin is definitely a good all-around tire, and I really enjoy it. It's comfortable, it's not super noisy, it's got predictable control. Highly recommend it. And by no means are those the cheapest options, that is for sure. They are pretty damn expensive, so I believe I paid around $460 per tire. Fortunately for me, there was a special going on, so I did get $100 off on the tires, which took a little bit of the sting out of it, but they're great tires, so can't go wrong. Yes, in case you heard some strange sounds coming from the vehicle when I was pushing it back there and we were going over some bumps, like right there. So I do have 10mm spacers on the vehicle right now, and with the 285 tire, the outer edge is just barely touching the little fastener that's attaches the inside of the fender liner to the fender. So if you're running spacers and you want to put on a 285 tire on stock wheels, you can expect that you might hear that. You could probably shave the button down a little bit and then just not worry about it. Or you can just not run spacers. That's also an option. Oh. 5-0, 5-0. Radar detector going off. Well, I'm a dunce. The whole time I had the car in RS1. Now it's an RS2. I have RS1 programmed to be the softer suspension setting. So, yeah. That's the other part of the reason why the car was rubbing so much. When it's an RS2 and it's on the stiffest suspension setting, it's not bad. But yeah, it was a little sloppy. Well, that's dumb. So with the windows up, it's pretty quiet in here, isn't it? It's another great thing about having a luxury car. If you want to just chill, hey man, roll the windows up. It's nice and quiet in here. So you can just relax, meditate. In case y'all were wondering, I did use a wiretap and hardwired this radar detector in there. Come up on another stop sign up here shortly. We'll do another launch for fun, because hey, launching in G-forces is fun. Sorry, I'm just being a dork. A little pumped up from driving fast. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and get a launch. Well, we're starting to head down toward the backside of the hill now, and I'm coming up against some traffic. So, in summary, I love this car. It's great. I do have a family, seats 4 people. It was the happy compromise between the wife and I. You know, the main complaint was that, well, the whole family can't jump in it, go for a rip, and have a good time. So, changed the game with this one. The RS5 definitely ticks all the boxes. It's fast, it's sexy looking, and I can put the whole family in it, and we can all go out and have some fun together. So anyways, if you're considering getting an Audi S5, A5, RS5, I highly recommend it. It's a very fun car. Had 0 reliability issues with it so far. Knock on dashboard. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting one, do it. You will not regret it. All right. Well, that was fun. Hey, thanks a lot for coming along on the drive with me today, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I had a lot of fun. Some really enjoyable twists and turns there. And unfortunately, I got a little scuff on the front lip there. I went through that big dip. That's special. Well, guys, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun driving this car as usual. So if you're considering buying an Audi RS5, I'll tell you what, you cannot go wrong with this car. It handles, it's fast. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Anyways, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like. Be looking forward to the next video. We're going to be switching over to E85. Going to get a whole bunch more horsepower and go a whole lot faster. It's going to be fun. Join me. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.
Speedcraft Garage.